There I was in the port of Reykjavik looking for whales. I couldn't see any until somebody told me it's a lot easier if you're on a boat. I bought my ticket and freaked out a little until I learned this wasn't the boat we were taking. I walked the plank for my first whale watching experience and was told that they hadn't seen any whales yesterday, but hopes were high today even though the seas were so choppy. Inside, I was surrounded with a whale skeleton along with some German and French tourists. I scanned the waters again looking for the beast, but found out it would be a lot easier when we go out to sea. As we pulled out of port, I got another great look of the city. It was the last day that they would take people to Puffin Island, as the birds would soon all be leaving this area to fly out to sea. From far away I could see these birds flapping around. We didn't get too close as we didn't want to disturb the puffins too much. I tried my best to get some pictures on a rocky boat from far away. Now these birds will only lay one egg for the whole year. And when on land, you can see that they live in these cool holes that they make. I could see the little puffin flapping hard. It has to beat its wings around 400 times a minute in order to stay in flight. They are certainly made more for floating than for flying. They take off in an awkward fashion. And sometimes they even have to crash land. It was getting cold outside, so most people went inside, besides me and this guy. We went about a half hour further out into the ocean, and using my tracking skills that I owned in Africa, I thought I saw a fin, and then I heard this.
It's a Minke Whale! Okay!
That's right, we were right by a Minke Whale. It was so cool to share that part of the ocean with this big whale. I soon learned that trying to capture a whale on video or photos was harder than trying to get the puffins on film. This Minke Whale was only coming up quickly, and just a portion of it was above the surface, so you had to be at the right part of the boat at the right time. It was very exciting to see my first Minke Whale, kind of like when I saw my first wild elephant. I was just glad to be on the same planet as these large, amazing animals. Researchers found that whales actually evolved from animals that walked on the earth over 50 million years ago. But now, obviously, they live full-time in the water. When we see the fin area, we're only seeing about a third of this whale. Even though Minke whales, along with the pygmy right whales, are considered the smallest of the large or baleen whales, they're still huge. They can grow to be around 25 to 30 feet long, and the females are usually slightly larger than the males are. And they can easily weigh 5 tons or more. All that weight from eating krill and some small school fish. But sadly, fish also play a part in killing the whales. Lots of whales are killed each year when they get caught up in trap nets set to catch large amounts of fish. The scenery all around was beautiful. I was in such great spirits. I wanted to make a Jaws reference and say that we needed a bigger boat, but I wasn't sure if the other people on the ship would even know what the hell I was talking about. I searched around for where this whale would come up again. It was like looking for like a whale in an ocean, I guess. And just when I thought the whale had gone, there she blows. When it arches its back, that means it's going to take a deep dive, which can last up to 20 minutes. Minke whales really weren't killed early on in whaling history, but when all the larger whales had pretty much been wiped out in an area, they turned on these smaller Minke whales. Here in Iceland, they have a long history of whaling, and actually stopped for a few years recently, but started up again. Some of the younger people I met wish they would stop killing the whales. They said they can get their protein easily from all the fish and other sources, that they don't really have to kill these whales anymore. Seems to me like it's more of an economic reason, because Iceland actually exports a lot of their whale meat to Japan, since only a small percentages of Icelanders actually eat this whale meat. And unfortunately, tourists will come here just to try to taste the whale meat, as I saw on the shore. But in the past few years, whale watching has become more and more popular here, which will hopefully send them a strong message that people are coming here to watch the whales, not to eat them. And as we head back to shore, even though we just saw this one whale, it was an amazing time, and I for sure want to go whale watching again in the future. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Safari Iceland. For information on the things you saw, please read the video's description below it. And as always,